Okay, so I actually think that we can start because there's like maybe 30 people. It's okay. Hi guys, it's Friday and we have our regular AMA, which happens each Friday, and this is the second time we have it on Twitter. So yeah, this time I actually pressed the recording button. So if you can't participate now, you can listen to it later. Because I just didn't know how it worked last time. So let's get started. And we do the usual way. At the beginning, I will uh, do some summary of what was happening last week on Waves. And then I'll answer a couple of questions from the community that were prepared by the team. And then you'll be able to ask any questions you want. So let's get started. So this week, I promised last week that we would launch the new bridges. Like the new bridges will be integrated in WX. Probably the tokens will be launched today. I'm like in touch with the team, with Pepper team, and it's not going too fast, but they're very close. So sorry guys, but it should happen I think today or tomorrow. New tokens will be launched, new stable coins. And at the same time, there is this voting on WX that you can participate in. Basically, the situation is like that. There is, as you know, probably, if you're here, that we've been going through some like tough times, and there is a situation with gateways, with the old gateways on WX, and some transactions got stuck basically. So now we actually want to understand what we should do because there is this idea that it would be good just to cancel those transactions that were not processed so that people can either like make new withdrawal requests or could maybe sell their tokens. And why we do that actually? There is some technical issues with those stuck transactions because, to be honest, all bridges were not prepared for such a situation. And there is some like chance that basically some transactions would be lost, and it would be good to just make new requests. And there is also the thing with Binance. As far as I've heard, they are changing their like deposit addresses, and I'm not sure if they keep the old ones. At least this is what I'm like uh, hearing from the community, that there's a chance that old addresses on Binance won't be working. I'm not sure about that. Like maybe you should ask Binance. But actually, it would make sense to be on the safe side, so to say, and maybe if the addresses are changed on Binance, it could make sense to make new withdrawal requests to the new addresses. So this is the thing. You can participate in this because we can't make the decision on our own, and because some people from the community want their transactions cancelled, but the other don't want that. But on the other hand, if there is a situation with Binance addresses, I always confuse the stress in this word. Uh, so yeah, so probably it could make sense to just make new withdrawal requests to be on the safe side. So you can participate in the voting and basically decide what should happen to those withdrawals. I think it's gonna take some time more, maybe 2 weeks or something like that. So you could check. Um, uh, and basically, you need to understand that if the transactions are canceled, it's not a big deal actually, because you can make new ones and they will be processed. It's not going to be instant, unfortunately, because uh, as you know, so we still can't resolve this problem, but we are resolving it, but it's not going too fast. But it will be processed. Or if you're like in a hurry, you can actually try to sell your tokens. We will maybe have more clarity regarding the process, because I understand that there has to be maybe some more clear roadmap announced for this. And I'm just waiting till the new bridges are integrated. So unfortunately, it's been taking us a little bit more time than we had expected. But actually, it will happen, like today or tomorrow. So after that, we will announce a plan how we will basically uh, be redeeming those tokens from the old gateways on Waves Exchange. Okay, so what else? Neutrino. As we promised, there is this buyback procedure that has started for WX token, and waves that we have in Treasury, in the Neutrino Treasury, there is some waves that were mined in the Treasury through the staking process. I think it's close to 200K. And those tokens will be used to buy back WX. That is like tokens that are in Neutrino Treasury. And this process started, so we have to support the price, because USDN price went down too much, unfortunately. So this is a good thing. And now we're like relaunching the whole ecosystem with the new tokens, and virus will be like relaunched landing platform. So I think after that, the tokens from virus tokens will be added to Neutrino Treasury. And the same procedure will be applied to virus tokens. Basically, we will be buying them back from the treasury with waves that are in the treasury. We will be buying back not only WX, but also virus token. So yeah, so this is like everybody's waiting for those like new bridges because all the projects on waves, but this is very close. And one more thing. So on Monday we will announce with DAO. It's almost complete. There is some like problem with interface. Contracts are ready actually, but we need to like tweak the interface a little. And the team couldn't do it today, unfortunately. But on Monday, it will be done, because there is like not so many things to do. And next Monday, we are announcing Wave DAO, and you can participate in it. In order to participate, you would need at least 10 power tokens to participate in governance. And if you stake 10 tokens, 10 power tokens, you will be able to make decisions for like ways to spend with DAO treasury. And if you're successful, if like Waves DAO is successful as a whole, if decision makers in Waves DAO are able to make right decisions and grow the value of Waves DAO treasury, decision makers, people who stake power tokens and who participate in the voting governance process, they receive 20% of the growth of the net asset value growth. So basically, it's like a decentralized hedge fund with the usual structure where depositors, investors get 80% of the profits and investment managers get 20. And this is starting on Monday. That's it, guys. So unfortunately, like what happened, like what really happened this week, at least like publicly, So we started the buyback of neutrino treasury tokens, and there has been like a lot of development under the hood, but it will be like more tangible starting from either like later today or tomorrow in case of like new stable coins, or starting from Monday, because on Monday withdrawal will be initiated. So you will be able to actually apply for participation in Waves DAO, which is very important. And actually, this is what I've been personally waiting for many months by now. So what else? So now I have some questions that were prepared by the team. I'll reply. Yeah, so Pepe team is reporting that basically everything is almost complete. They're checking the user interface. So it looks like the new stable tokens will be launched on Waves today, later tonight, European time. Yeah, so where are my questions? Give me a minute to find them. So 3 questions that were sent to me in the community. Maybe there is more, but you'll have a chance to ask me like in person right now. First question: why Waves 2.0? Please focus on original chain. Focus on new DApps, new developers, and so on. Actually, I think this is some kind of like misunderstanding. Waves 2.0 will continue what Waves has been trying to do always. So, but we need to move forward, guys. So there is a lot of developments, not only on Waves, but in general, in crypto, in blockchain. Like, let's not use the word crypto for now. I think there is like great progress in blockchain technology, namely ZK virtual machines that were created for Ethereum. They're amazing. I think they can be compared to ChatGPT in their significance. They're somehow like overshadowed by ChatGPT because it's like something. It's something amazing, but not so probably niche as ZK but ZK is comparable. Believe me, guys, it's like a huge, huge achievement, So I think, yeah, in any case, we need to move forward and we need to integrate ZK technology because there can be like very significant scalability improvements. So basically, we have had some plan regarding sidechains on Waves, and they will be executed one way or another. But now I'm thinking about like a better way to achieve scalability on the basis layer on L1 using ZK, and like I've been like thinking about that a lot. There's a lot of things on Waves like that I have to deal with, unfortunately. but it's okay. But the rest of the time, I'm thinking about this, and I have some proposal, and we're discussing with the team now. There's like a couple issues that we have to eliminate, but like I think I will be able to come up with something pretty soon. And also the plan that has been announced, maybe you've seen that, embedded chains, it will be executed as well. But actually, this is not like something totally new. We're just like expanding on the ideas that were implemented in current waves with some new approaches. Next question. Many projects choose to enlarge their partnership and seek more ambassadors to strengthen their project. Whether Waves will do the same in the near future. Actually, Waves Labs is doing the ambassador program now, and I think they're doing pretty fine. I've seen some stats, and it's not like something like, incredible, but it's okay, it's working. So it's growing, they're scaling it. I think they have a couple hundred ambassadors at the moment, and they're becoming pretty visible on social media. And if you want to participate, you can. You can apply, you can become an ambassador for Waves. And there's a plan to make it like more, so to say, multi-purpose. This ambassador program, when we are like done with the current problems, I think ambassador program will work for projects on Waves, and maybe it will become even more agnostic to to include maybe some projects on other chains. This is like what guys want now, and I'm not against this actually. Uh, so the structure is already in place, and now they have to scale, and I think they're doing that pretty well. So if you want to become a Waves ambassador, please check them out, apply, and it's not gonna take too much time from you, and it can be like, you know, quite lucrative financially, I think, So please check it out. So third question. It's weird. It's not a weird question, but this is like a question that I usually don't answer, but okay, it was sent to me. When pump waves to $100, can you show benefit for waves long time holder? Yeah, so I think if we, what can I tell you guys? If we execute what we want to execute, maybe waves will be $100. We won't pump it because like we can't pump anything, and we won't pump anything. So hopefully the market and crypto world and blockchain world will appreciate waves and will go up in price. And there's a lot of like ideas, like there has always been a lot of ideas. Execution is key, of course. So yeah, there's a lot of issues now that we have to face, but in any case, the development is moving forward no matter what. So let's see how it goes, especially once the new bridges and new tokens are integrated and it's like liquidity crunch, gateway situation have been resolved. I think it will be very good for development as well, because it's like it's taking up a lot of time from me, and also I have to like deal with this, come up with like some plans for development. Uh, of course, I would like to focus on the development, but to do that, I need to resolve current issues. So that's it, guys. This is a summary. This is the answers to your questions, and now I invite you to ask me any questions. So who wants to speak? You should basically ask me to like to let you speak. So raise your hand, or like how does it work? iPhone? Oh, yeah, requests. The king. Here we go. Hey, you are on. Speak up, please. King, we can't hear you. Okay, who else? Guys, don't be shy, please. If you wanna just troll or fud, it's okay as well. Because free speech is free speech. Yep. John, Mark, I can't read this one. I'm sorry. English is not my native language. Yeah, John, please. Mark Hutchin. John, you're on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah, hi.
Hi. Thank you for this opportunity. So I'm one of the people whose withdrawal has been pending since January, and apparently they will be cancelled. Okay. So I need that money as soon as possible. But if I want to use Waves to exit Waves Exchange, I'm gonna have to pay a serious premium, and it's going to get worse when the withdrawals are cancelled. So my question is, are you going to inject any liquidity? Because it would be a perfect solution. You
Yep.
would make a lot of money by buying cheap waves from Binance and sell it on Wave Exchange, and that would provide liquidity to people who need to escape. But of course, it only works if the funds are backed, as your support says. So, are you going to do this?
We are not gonna, please understand that we're not gonna make any money off of you. So if you think that we are doing
You
this
are not
to,
making money off of us. You are
yeah,
providing us liquidity. It's good for
yeah,
us.
yeah. So I think some people will be buying the tokens, of course, and we will come up with a clear plan to basically provide some like sources for the buyback. So it's going to be like more clear. So I'm just waiting for the new tokens to be integrated in the direct to announce how we plan to deal with this, because there is some issue, yes, that we have to resolve with the liquidity on ways we change, and I'm not trying to fight that actually. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna inject liquidity. It's not gonna be too fast. So what I'm suggesting you to do, you don't have to sell our tokens with a huge discount. You can wait till actually new liquidity is injected into the gateways, and you can make a new withdrawal request.
But
But
these
yeah,
liquidity injections would be on new pairs, not the old ones, right?
no, we will be adding liquidity to the old gateways so that the withdrawal requests that will be made in you can be processed. And
Okay, thank you.
yeah, and we will also be trying to provide, yeah, let me just make it very clear. So there's going to be like two streams here, like two directions. One is like adding liquidity to the old gateways, and the other is to buy back the tokens. And we will basically announce how we will be doing this, how we will be buying the old like gateway tokens from the market with like what funds, and it will be announced as well. So there's going to be like two processes that will be happening in parallel, like adding liquidity to the old gateways and buying the tokens from the market. And there's going to be like two ways to exit, because some people are ready to exit with a discount, and maybe it's not the best option, but the situation with changing the addresses on Binance actually is pretty important, So if we send to the old addresses, I think there is a chance that you would just lose your money. So, but in any case, you will be able to make a new request, withdrawal request, and they will be processed in due time. I'm not saying that they will be processed immediately, but they will be processed. Or you will be able to sell with discount.
So there's no timeline for new withdrawals, right? I already waited like 4 months.
Yeah, I understand. It's like it's a bad situation. I personally apologize to you. And like I asked a lot of people to send me their withdrawal IDs, and I helped like a lot of people to prioritize their transactions. But I'm not sure that it makes sense now, because if the withdrawal requests are canceled, I think it's okay, So and you'll be able to make a new one. But you can still send it to me, and if you think that like your alt address for like withdrawal is not on Binance, for example, we could try to prioritize it. I can't guarantee this, but I can look into it.
Well, I try to contact you literally every day on Telegram, but you don't seem to read my messages.
There's a lot of like messages, and maybe just you can. I'm on Telegram right now. You can send it to me. Maybe I should see it.
Well, thank you for your answer, and just want you to know that I had to sell my waves from 2017 to cover my losses from the gateways.
It's
Have a
very
nice day.
bad. Thank you, like, for bearing with us, and I think one way or another we will resolve it. Thank you for your patience, and if you could send me your IDs, I will look into it right now. Like, send it to me now. Good. Thank you, Jonathan. So, no, he does like another. Sorry, another request. Now is Jonathan Jackson. Hey, you can speak.
Sasha,
Yes. Hi.
greatly appreciate all of these calls that you have with us weekly. I had thought about it, the possibility of, instead of allowing all of the different chains to make transactions on the Waves exchange, but maybe all of those, different chains have to buy the Waves exchange USDC, USDT to purchase, possibly maybe a, ETH and things of that nature. Have you guys ever thought of that they need to exchange it, or is it because I assume that when most people get on the exchange, they're not going to send Polygon ETH to the exchange. They're likely going to send USDC or USDT. Mm-hmm. Is that something to think of? And then that would also maybe provide liquidity for those that are stuck with the exchanges tokens and pull them from, the exchange, and those will kind of be swapped one for one at that point. Is that something that you could think of to consider, or is that just not at all in the works? Thank you for taking my question.
So basically what you're suggesting is that, maybe I just misunderstood you. Basically, you're suggesting that we do what? We are buying the tokens with a discount and do some arbitrage, right?
Exactly. Yep. Because at least that way it's bringing down the price a little bit more rapidly.
I think somebody will do that. I'm not sure that we will be doing this, but I think there's going to be people who would do that to profit from the arbitrage opportunity. So it should be happening. And let's see how it goes. So if we, so like I just want to make sure that I don't like. I have to be very clear now. So we will announce the process, I think, next week, where the money will be coming from for this buyback procedure. So we will be doing that from the market. We will be buying the old gateways tokens back, and we will announce where basically the money comes from. And I think that should incentivize other users to participate. Users who want to make money with arbitrage. If we know it's like clear plan, so guys, it works like that. So money comes from the money comes from here and it goes to the market and we're buying the tokens. I think it should actually incentivize people to participate as well. So let's see how it goes. I think that this opportunity is going to be there for people who want to exit right now, maybe with a discount, which is not good because probably they could lose some money. But if they're fine with it, okay. And people who don't want to do that will still be able to make new withdrawal requests, and they will be honored, not like immediately, but they will be processed.
Thank you so much for that question. And actually, that's the reason why I have pending transactions was simply because I was trying to do that. Take that money that I had, convert it to BUSD, bring it back on the exchange, and I was doing that until, of course, my funds dried up. But yeah, I mean, anybody who's sitting here at a loss right now, and I speak to everyone. If you're trying, let's say you do a small loss, well, you need to think about maybe arbitraging and helping out the community as a whole. And we as a team can together bring everything back on peg to ensure that, not only that the whole platform continues to work operationally, but that we're all helping each other out. I know a lot of us have a lot of money on here, and, maybe you're not getting the full 100% back, but hey, what if you only need 20%?
Okay.
Take the 20% that you need. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize. Take care.
Okay.
Thank you so
John,
much.
thank you very much. I was always against this, because if people are trying to, to do some arbitrage in this situation, it doesn't look good. But I think under the circumstances, it's not the worst option. So yeah, I don't think this is going to be us who will be doing the arbitrage. But I think we will provide some kind of plan that should bring some arbitrageurs to do that to WX basically. So let's see how it goes. And if you're fine with exiting with some kind of discount, okay, no problem. So we will try to enable this one way or another.
Happy Easter, everyone. God bless.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. So more like long-time supporters, Nick, Barella. I'm putting you on. Yeah. Hi, Nick. Hi, Nick. You can speak.
Hi, Sasha. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good. Yeah, very good. I like Jonathan. He sounds like a cool bloke. Well done. Well, I'm going to ask a very interesting question. A lot of people in the community are quite concerned about for surf holders. Myself being a surf holder, is there because the idea of surf was really about USDN and the 115% and all that stuff. Is there any way to rethink it or reevaluate it, or is it just going to be the going forward with the plan that was initially started with it? But it does seem like a few things have changed since then. What are your thoughts on it, Sasha?
What would be your ideas? Because I wouldn't change anything for now because I would stick to the plan. So I do have some ideas regarding XTM. it's like a little bit too premature to announce it because like it could confuse some people.
Okay.
But okay, but actually, what I would like to do, I would like to like with this like announcement or some kind of proposal that I'm about
Okay.
to make soon to reduce the supply of FPM in such a way
Okay.
that back-end
Sure.
ratio goes up, and in this case, it like reflects positively on surf price as well.
Okay. That's a
So
good idea.
I would stick to that plan for now because I think because I think we tried a lot of things last year, and
Yeah.
as you know, we were not too successful,
Yeah.
so I would stick to the plan for now
Okay.
because uh, let's not like change plans again. Let's try to stick to the plan that we
Yep.
had and let's try to execute it.
Yeah.
At least
Um,
for maybe like for a month or two, and then we will
yeah.
understand. Maybe the market will change. Maybe we'll like launch something new, and we can
Yeah.
reevaluate the situation later.
Yeah.
But for now, I will just stick to our old plans, and I will just try to execute them properly.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's really fair. That's really
yeah,
fair to say. I mean, when we're looking like long term, I mean, for me, I'm an investor, a long term investor. So I'm thinking years more than weeks or days or months even. So I'm thinking kind of what's down the road future. I quite like looking forward and seeing the plans. And it goes without saying, it's been a brutal bear market. This bear market's been absolutely
yeah.
horrendous. But I do appreciate your commitment to the community. I do appreciate the work that you're doing. You know, it's I know you get a lot of bad flack from it, you know, in Telegram or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, there's a lot. Like I said last week, you know, there's a lot of people that are silent, but they are very supportive.
Thank you for the
That
support. I appreciate that. So
the
it's
other
very important
the,
now. Yeah.
the other
Please.
question is about VCs.
Hmm.
Have you can I know you're not keen on you know, whales investing
Hmm.
heavily into the ecosystem. But is that something that you might still consider?
Sure, I can. I'm not like very keen because I think like you have to uh, at least like be honest with you. I don't think VCs are good for crypto, and they haven't been good for crypto, and there's a lot of issues
Mm,
because of them. I'm not saying that I'm like a saint or like perfect, So, but this situation that we had last year. I'm not
yeah,
saying only about waves, but maybe like about
yeah,
crypto in general
yeah,
actually was like brought about by big VC funds
yeah.
to a large
Okay,
extent, So,
yeah,
and of course, like, yeah, if there is like some kind of good offer, of course I will take it. So we
of
are
course.
talking to some people, but you need to
Okay,
understand that uh, VCs are kind of scared now as well.
yeah,
They don't
I
want
can
to invest
imagine.
in anything. So, and the way it usually works, they have some project, they support, and there's some like VC play always, it's always
Yeah,
on. They have some projects and they push them, but
yeah,
it's like it's not that you can just come to them and say, guys, okay, let's
yeah.
work together because they already have some people they are working with. I will be very like I will try to be.
Excellent.
I'm trying to be very like politically correct here. So, and this is
I,
like this game.
I like you as
Yeah,
you are, Sasha.
yeah.
I like that you're a little bit edgy, so you don't have to be politically correct.
No, I'm not trying to sound very like negative, because I am not,
Yeah,
So and I'm just trying to be like factual and objective. That's
yeah.
it. So
That's
crypto
cool.
VCs are very difficult people to deal with, But if we find some good VCs, we will be happy to work with them, and we are
Okay.
trying to do that, and maybe we will be successful with this.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Sasha. I
Thank you,
appreciate the
Nick.
time
Thank you,
and
Nick.
your commitment. Have a great day. Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. 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 Yeah. Okay, guys. So, who else wants to speak? Uh, please, someone. Don't be shy, guys. Everything goes fast. Anything.
Sorry, Sasha. One other question that I had,
Sure.
if you
No,
don't
no,
mind.
it's fine. Sure. Ask me.
The algo that I know is supposed to be working once it gets to the 100%, and it stops. Um, so the question would be, would those sitting in those contracts, would they automatically be converted? Let's say the BTC. Obviously, I don't know if I think BTC is staying the same. They're not doing a BTC WXG, if I'm not mistaken.
You mean
But like,
algo strategy on WX? Or
yes,
okay.
yes.
I think like almost everyone has already exited it. So you have some funds stuck there.
Well, they're not stuck, but I've been holding on
Okay.
to it because I believe that the algo will eventually correct
It
itself.
should actually. So and you're waiting. Okay, so I understand. So basically, you're waiting till you can exit your position without a loss. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
I think it should happen. So yeah, that was something that we promised, and I think there is like not so many people who are still there, and the amount of outstanding funds is really small. So yeah, it should happen eventually. So I wouldn't do anything for now. I would just wait until actually you can exit your position without any loss. I would do that.
Yeah, I'm a small fish in the whole big huge
No,
ocean that you've got here. And so it's awesome to be able to talk to you in that aspect of it. But I meant like if I were to decide to pull that money at that
no.
time, would it convert to an ETH WX or just a regular ETH? How? Just curious about
Yes,
that.
so basically, I think it would convert to the new tokens. Yes. To
The WX. Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Nope.
welcome. You're welcome, Jonathan. So, guys, who else? Like a very slow day today.
I'm just checking on.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
checking on Telegram at the minute, see if anyone's asked a question because I think people are a little bit shy. I think perhaps so.
yeah.
I'll see if somebody wants a question that they're afraid to ask, perhaps.
Here, last time it was more alive. Yeah.
Yeah. What about power for surf holders?
We haven't dropped it, but did we promise to drop to shareholders? I think we didn't actually. So we dropped to XTN holders. And as for self holders, I think we haven't promised anything. Do you think it's a good idea to make some airdrop to shareholders as well?
I would 100%,
I see.
100% agree with
Yeah.
that.
Okay, let me think about it. Yeah, let me think. Well, maybe we can drop something because there is not much surf in circulation, so it could be some small airdrop. But on the other hand, shareholders
I think it would be a small token for people who have invested heavily in the surf, and then they might just think, well, actually, that's a little bit of an acknowledgement of maybe sort of, and of course, however long it's going to take for that surf to clear or whatever it's going to do with it, then maybe that.
Okay, yeah, it's a good idea actually. So because we haven't completed the airdrop yet, so I think we dropped like 3,000 power tokens out of 10,000 because we're gonna do that in batches as we announced, so as not to crash the price. So I think we can do airdrops to different communities, including shareholders.
That's
Let me think about
fantastic.
it. Let me think about it.
Cool. Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you. Hey guys, please. I'm sure you have some questions. You're afraid to ask, but you shouldn't. Ask me anything. Okay, so let's just maybe I should give you some more time. Yeah, somebody's writing me some suggestions. Yeah, because maybe so why we started doing that on Twitter, because there was too much spam on YouTube because of those like stock transactions. And but it's okay. I understand that some people are very unhappy, but it was like very hard to manage, So I think on Twitter it's like better because it's not so spammy. But on the other hand, some people are like reluctant to speak, because people are used to anonymity in crypto. So, but I think I'll stick to Twitter in any case, because I'm not anonymous, guys. So if you want to be anonymous, it's okay, but probably you should do somewhere else. So okay,
Well, if no one's going to ask a question, well, I've got another one for you if you like.
sure, yeah.
So I know you're quite a future pointed man. You like to see down the road. You like to see what's going to happen. Where you always talk about you don't necessarily like where crypto is was going from 2017 2018 because all money focused.
Uh-huh.
Where do you kind of see the future of crypto, and how is Waves going to be part of that? And do you see something that's going to be far beyond money and
Yeah,
financial?
sure.
What do you see?
Yeah, I'm not trying to, to be very vocal about those topics right now because we have a lot of problems that we have to face. So it would seem hypocritical, I guess, if I would like speak about some like issues, general issues in crypto and in the world without like resolving the situation that Waves is facing at the moment. So I'm kind of like silent about that. But if you ask me, my position here is quite simple. I think crypto is dying actually. So I think pretty soon we will have CBDCs. Central banks will launch their like stable coins, and it's starting basically. So today it was announced that there's some like pilot project in the European Union to be launched this year. So this is some kind of like end of crypto. Crypto has become some kind of electronic money, mainstream crypto. But there is going to be some like, you know, niche crypto, like properly decentralized, maybe some kind of like crypto anarchy uh, uh, thing will live on, So, and I'm interested in this thing. I'm not interested in electronic money, to be honest, in currencies. I think blockchain has a lot of potential to change the way we interact, to change like the fabric of society, So I'm more interested in this, and I will be focusing on this as soon as we have resolved the current problems with like stock funds. I'm not going to be involved in any kind of like, um, lending protocols anymore. So what I'll be, I'm not interested. So I have to resolve this, and I move on once it's resolved. So yeah, let's make it clear. So I
That's
will
cool.
be focusing on like the development of Waves and one blockchain, and on the development of DAOs, power protocol built on top of Waves.
Fab.
Yeah. So as for like crypto as some kind of financial instrument, it's okay, it's cool, but it is not my thing, and I would like to do something else. And I think it's slowly dying because once we have CBDCs, I'm not sure what's going to happen to Tether or
Yeah.
USDC. I don't think anything good can happen because once you have like digital dollar issued by Federal Reserve, what's going to happen to Tether? So what?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Tether's toast.
yeah. So basically, guys, you need to understand that this is happening. This is not something that people are discussing or like thinking whether they should do it or not. This is happening already. It was announced, and in a lot
Yeah.
of countries, in China, it is already live. The system is working. Maybe it's not so like widespread in China yet, still in some kind of like pilot mode, but it's like operational. and they're gonna scale it. And it's launching in the US, it's launching in Europe. So, and once they have it, I think crypto will change, and I think they have so much money, so much more money because the government print money, So, and they
Well,
will be able, yeah.
I'm all
Please.
for Waves positioning itself that direction. We might feel the pain right now, but fast forward a couple of years, we could position ourselves as world leaders. In the crypto space, that's actually with the right direction, despite the pain that we might feel today.
Exactly. This is my goal. Actually, this is what I want to do, and I'm not trying to preach about that right now because that would seem weird, and people would just tell me that I'm trying to distract people from some problems they're facing. So I'm trying to focus on solving the issues, and once they're solved, we will be doing this.
Excellent. I don't mind a bit of future vision, Sasha. So you can share with me anytime you like.
Thank you very much for asking. Thank you. It's a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to answer those questions. So I have another guy on Nick Razor 123. Please ask your question. Nick, can you hear me?
Hear me? Hello.
Hey Nick, I can hear you.
Sasha. Good day.
Hi.
I wouldn't have requested for the mic because I was really upset. The last AMA we had, I was the last speaker. I was actually
Uh-huh.
talking about. I was the last speaker. Yeah, if you could remember
Yeah, I
about the wave.
remember. Wave school,
The,
wave school,
yeah,
right?
and
But
you
I think
promised.
but it was processed. It was
You
paid.
promised. Yeah, you
Yeah.
promised us. And
But wait,
nothing.
you didn't receive anything. But
Nothing.
oh,
Nothing.
it's strange,
Not
strange. Let me ask. I'm like 100% sure that they have processed payments. I'm not sure
there.
about yours in particular, but I asked and basically they told me that everything was fine. Let me ask again,
No,
okay? I will
no.
ask right now. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, sorry,
But
Nick. Sorry, Nick. I will
I,
ask specifically about your situation, if you
Not,
don't mind. Okay.
not, sorry,
Uh,
I actually thought I was the only one until I sent a message on the time on the I sent a message. Someone
uh-huh.
actually replied me. So another person that actually partaked in the competition. We are now two because I've been the only one talking about it. I'm the only one. If others are not interested, I was because I was topping the contest. So I really put in my best to be top. So if others are not, doesn't want it, I want it. I want it because I really worked hard for 1 whole month. I was there. So why, at least
Sorry,
from the
sorry, sorry, Nick. Sorry, Nick. I messaged the team, and basically, please pay me on Monday or like tomorrow. So maybe like maybe later tonight you can pay me. I will give you a reply. Yeah, because what I know for sure that they have processed a lot of payments for the school, and they told me that all the payments have been processed. So let me just
no,
ask them,
such
and yeah.
Sasha, if I would mind, if I would say something, I told you the last time that I don't think they have our address. They don't. We've never submitted our address. I don't. How do they want to make the payment? We've never, except the ones they would pay. So how do they want to process the stuff?
And you messaged me on Twitter, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, well, let me find their message right now.
I
I'll
could
try to
drop the
find.
message. I could drop it again if you want to.
You can drop it again if you can. Thank you very much. Sorry for
Okay.
this. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about that.
Until Monday again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Nick. I'm sorry. Okay, so guys, so basically I can see that there is not too much excitement in the community today. But I think everybody's under the weather because I am somehow under the weather today as well. Yeah, basically I'm in Dubai like a lot of people are asking where I am. I'm in Dubai. So if somebody wants to see me, pin me, because I know a lot of people are in Dubai, crypto people. I'm thinking about making some kind of like meetup here, so you can ask me questions in person. But if you're in Dubai, just pin me. And if you like
I
have
was
some
gonna
money, yeah,
sorry. One
yeah,
last thing, Sasha. I actually had an
sure.
idea about
Uh-huh.
a live AMA with a live audience. Maybe if we do
Uh,
like a conference together, or organize like a European conference, or with a live AMA.
yeah, okay, but this is something like Twitter Space, no? Or what kind of
Say
like?
if we had a European Waves conference, and then we
Okay, just like offline
facilitated it
or
with
online?
a um,
Offline.
offline, yeah, and then
Okay,
with a live
okay,
audience asking questions would be
cool.
quite
Yeah,
quite
doable.
quite cool.
I think Dubai is also a good option because like so many crypto people are here, so and I'm here as well. Not always, I'm either in Europe or in Dubai currently. So you can catch me in Europe, you can catch me here. Like, and if you want to ask me, guys, so like people are asking, so like, can I meet you? Yeah, guys, if you have some like funds stuck on virus, like I can meet you and discuss what we can do and maybe discuss our future plans. So it's totally fine. And I've met some people who have those issues, and I'm in touch with them. So you need to understand that uh, there are like two things that are happening in waves now. We have the situation that we are resolving. It's not going too fast, but we will be on it until it's resolved. And parallel to that, we are moving forward with development, and it's hard to combine both, but this is what we are doing. And what can you do? You got to do what you got to do. Yes, so everything's moving forward, and we are resolving the problems, and we're developing, and we will be doing this as we have been doing for many years, basically since 2016. So thank you very much for your support. I think let's wrap it up for now. I think about like let's not do the raffle today. Let me think about the new rules for the raffle. I think it's a good moment to change something, including this like weekly lottery rules. Maybe let me think about some kind of new format for the EMA because I think the feedback is pretty low today. Maybe we can come up with some other idea that actually allow more people to speak, but on the other hand, will not be so spammy. So next week, like just let me summarize. Next week, or even today, tonight, new stable tokens are launching. Monday, with DAO is launching. I'll try to come up with like some kind of final plan for Waves 2.0, and it actually might somehow involve XTN as well. This is some kind of teaser. What else? Yeah, so and once the new tokens are there, there's gonna be a lot of like progress with all Waves projects basically because everybody's waiting for the new tokens, and I think this is the moment when things will start to look better. So please stay tuned, bear with us, and don't hate me too much. Ride on Wave, power to the people. Speak with you guys next week. Have a nice, productive week. Until next time.